Hey everyone, welcome to Top 10 Amazing Facts. Today, we're counting down the last 10 states to join the United States. We'll uncover their history, before statehood, key facts, and some incredible trivia. Before we get started, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. 10. Montana, the 41st state, November 8, 1889. Capital, Helena. However, Billings is the most populous city. Population, 1.1 million. Originally inhabited by Native American tribes like the Crow and Blackfeet, Montana became part of the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. It later saw a gold rush in the 1860s, bringing settlers to the region. Montana's fastest-growing sector is tourism, with approximately 13 million tourists visiting the state each year. It is the fourth largest state and the eighth least populous. Interesting facts. Montana has more cattle than people. It's home to Glacier National Park, known as the Crown of the Continent. 9. Washington, the 42nd state, November 11, 1889. Capital, Olympia. But Seattle is the most populous city, where more than 50% of Washington's residents live, is the biggest city. Population, 8 million. Washington was originally claimed by both the U.S. and Britain. The dispute was settled in 1846, and Washington became its own territory in 1853. It is the 18th largest state and the 13th most populous state in the U.S. Interesting facts. Seattle is home to the first ever Starbucks. Mount Rainier is the tallest peak in the state at 14,411 feet. 8. Idaho, the 43rd state, July 3, 1890. Capital, Boise. Population, 2 million. Idaho was part of the Oregon Trail and became a major mining hub in the 1860s. It was originally included in the Washington Territory before becoming its own territory in 1863. The United States Forest Service holds about 38% of Idaho's land, the highest proportion of any state. It is the 14th largest by area and the 13th least populous state in the U.S. Interesting facts. Known as the Potato State, Idaho produces nearly one-third of all U.S. potatoes. It has more than 3,100 miles of rivers, the most of any state. 7. Wyoming, the 44th state, July 10, 1890. Capital, Cheyenne. Population, 588,000 people. Wyoming was part of the Louisiana Purchase, and later the Oregon, Utah, and Idaho territories. The completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869 brought more settlers. The federal government owns just under half of Wyoming's land, generally protecting it for public use. Wyoming is the least populous state in the U.S., despite being the 10th largest in land area. Interesting facts. Wyoming was the first state to grant women the right to vote in 1869. Yellowstone, the first national park in the world, is mostly in Wyoming. 6. Utah, the 45th state, January 4, 1896. Capital. The capital of this state, Salt Lake City, is home to two-thirds of the state's population. Population, 3.4 million residents. Originally settled by Mormon pioneers in 1847, Utah was part of Mexico until the U.S. gained it after the Mexican-American War in 1848. Statehood was delayed due to conflicts with the Mormon Church over polygamy. Present day, slightly over half of all people from Utah are Mormons. It is the 13th largest state by area and the 30th most populous. Interesting facts. Utah has the greatest snow on Earth, making it a top skiing destination. The famous Bonneville Salt Flats are used for high-speed car racing. 5. Oklahoma, the 46th state, November 16, 1907. Capital. Oklahoma's capital and largest city is Oklahoma City. Population, 4 million people. Oklahoma was originally designated as Indian Territory, with many Native American tribes forcibly relocated there. The famous Oklahoma land rush of 1889 led to rapid settlement. Known as the Sooner State, in reference to the Sooners, American settlers who staked their claims in formerly American Indian-owned lands until the Indian Appropriations Act of 1889, authorized by the Land Rush of 1889, opening the land to settlement. It is the 20th by land area and the 28th most populous of the 50 United States. Interesting facts. Oklahoma has the second largest Native American population in the U.S., with around 525,000 people. It has more tornadoes per square mile than any other U.S. state. 4. New Mexico, the 47th state, January 6, 1912. Capital, Santa Fe. The oldest state capital in the U.S., founded in 1610. Population, 2.1 million people. New Mexico became a U.S. territory after the Mexican-American War in 1848. One-third of New Mexico's land is federally owned, and the state hosts many protected wilderness areas, national parks and monuments, including 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the most of any U.S. state. It is the 5th largest of the 50 states and the 45th most populous. It took over 60 years for it to become a state due to political struggles. Interesting facts. Home to the largest hot air balloon festival in the world, the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. New Mexico is famous for the Roswell UFO incident of 1947. 3. Arizona, the 48th state. February 14, 1912. Capital, Phoenix, the largest capital city in the U.S. Population, 7.6 million people. Originally part of Mexico, Arizona became a U.S. territory after the Mexican-American War. It remained sparsely populated until railroads and mining boosted its economy. Arizona was the last of the contagious states to join the Union. Interesting facts. Arizona is home to the Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. It's the sunniest state in the U.S., with over 300 sunny days per year. 2. Alaska, the 49th state, January 3, 1959. Capital. In this capital city of Juneau, there are no roads connecting the city to the rest of the state. It can only be reached by boat or airplane. Population, 740,000 people. Alaska was purchased from Russia in 1867 for $7.2 million, about 2 cents per acre. It remained a U.S. territory for nearly a century before becoming a state. It is one of only 2 non-contiguous states in the Union, alongside Hawaii. Even though it is the #1 state by land area, it is 48th in population, making it one of the least densely populated regions in the world. Interesting facts. Alaska is the largest U.S. state by far, is bigger than the next 3 largest states of Texas, California, and Montana combined. It has more coastline than all other U.S. states combined. 1. Hawaii, the 50th state, August 21, 1959. Capital, 2/3 of Hawaii residents live on Oahu, home to the state's capital and largest city, Honolulu. Population, 1.4 million. Hawaii was an independent kingdom called the Kingdom of Hawaii, before being annexed by the U.S. in 1898. Of the 50 U.S. states, Hawaii is the 4th smallest in land area and the 11th least populous. Hawaii is an archipelago that consists of 137 volcanic islands. It is one of only 2 non-contiguous states in the Union, alongside Alaska, and the only state not on the North American mainland. Interesting facts. Hawaii is the only U.S. state made up entirely of islands. It's the only state that grows coffee commercially. And there you have it, the last 10 states to join the United States. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more amazing facts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.